Coach, winter is just around the corner as you get a look at New Era Field just south of Buffalo, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. 3 quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground with the rookie Devin Singletary. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down now, Singletary. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. On 1st down, Singletary. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the Ravens' 32-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, V. Let's go. Hey, let's get there.
From the gun, it's Carr. Looking left sideline, it's complete. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Check the backer, check the backer. Watch the safety creep. Check, cross.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
Kill. 20. Check.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. Newton on 3rd down. He's going deep for Brown. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown. An even 90 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. John Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Hauschka with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing is Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Now it's Newton. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Now Carr. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown, 96 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Great. Mike, 58, right there. Double dog. That's the way.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for the Ravens. 53 yards. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
And the sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
Ready? 16. Check 52.
A handoff to Fournette. He will push his way down to about the 14. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. On third down, Fournette. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses. And excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Let's go.
A give, Singletary right side. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 3rd down, Drake. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Singletary. They'll run for it. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Joker, Joker! Joker, Joker! One, later one! Snap! Check 3! Check 3! Check 3! Who's right, team?
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he finds Beasley, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Down! 180! Purdue!
X3! 218, chopper!
Like 3!
They'll run on first down. Singletary. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, 734. Express.
Now a play fake. Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. He gets it to Brown, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They run here with Singletary. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Singletary. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. Brown, the lone receiver, left. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Now Hausch can attack on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. This one taken from the 7. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 2nd and 9, Newton. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Here's a first down throw that's complete, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. Out of the gun, Newton. Got him in, it's Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Tucker now to add the point after. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score Bills 28, Ravens 17.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. They go right back to Singletary. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense and at times will actually make checks just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brian Burns has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. They fake the give. Newton. He'll buy some time right. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
They'll try the air now with Newton. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. Newton now to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Cam Newton now getting his guys ready to go for the 2-point try.
Hey! Come on now. Show it up. Show it up. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check 37. Check 37. Watch twist.
They will run it. It's Fournette. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go. And the try for 2 is denied. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Singletary again. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. The Bills on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, exit.
58. Move it down. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Sponge. White.
Shotgun now for Carr. Throwing left side, it's complete. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
58.
On first down, Singletary. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Chris Jones on the stop. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Carr completes it, and he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 37. Brown signed with the Bills in March. Last year he was in Baltimore, 4 seasons in Arizona prior to that, but they're hoping that Brown can add a lot of speed to this offense, which he should. Last year in Baltimore, 715 yards and 5 touchdowns.
61, matchbox lights.
Yo, Chief. Quick edge.
They'll run on first down. Singletary. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Check 9. Check 26. Check 26. Oh, yeah.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Singletary. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Hey, Delta.
That's it.
Right Monday down. Switch it. Come on, switch it. OP.
Check 31.
Operating from the gun. Carr. This is caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far, and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Again, it'll be Singletary. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Here's Singletary. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now Newton. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. We got double.
20.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton. And his throw here is incomplete. Nicole Hardman, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Here comes a big one as this crowd gets out making some noise. It's 3rd and short. Now it's Newton. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. The 20. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, 75 yards. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter.
Check 3.
20.
Alert 3. 8.
They'll try and run it in. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will be taken very short.
We play to win. Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Now Carr. And this one caught by Beasley. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 43. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Singletary here running out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
93. 93.
Hey, Echo.
Later one.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Shit.
Back to throw. Carr. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A gain there of 21 yards. Carr now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
93.
Go.
Lie down.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Who's right?
49.
Carr to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
4 down.
Hey, Zoo.
50.
Heavy.
Check the out. Check the out. Back.
To throw is Carr. He finds his target, John Brown. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
29.
Buzz.
Get set.
Check the out read. He's checking.
Go Chief.
Crash.
Again, it's Carr toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
The pressure spot now for a guy who's been here before, and that's Stephen Hauschka. And this one is no good. He missed it. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. Now, there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
Newton. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Leonard Fournette. And they'll get him down right around the 16. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Easy work. It's coming again.
So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. This no gimme in the snow. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. Nothing easy about that one, and these elements in the snow, but he's able to put it home in what looks to be the game winner.
And, you know, I had problems with the footing just walking from the bus to the stadium. I can't imagine being called to kicking this stuff with the game on the line. But he appeared to have zero issues whatsoever.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Now a desperation throw deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Cole Beasley finding the end zone on the game's final play. And the Bills have retaken the lead. And with the lead, no chance of a return spoiling this one here on the PAT. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back them up. Well, look at this. No time left. They just won the game, and now they'll go for 2. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. And he will not add 2 more to the final score. Doesn't matter. This one's over. Well, kind of a strange end to this one. They had the game won, wanted to go for 2 more points. I guess one good thing for the defense, they didn't allow them those 2 points.
No, they didn't. It almost feels